Call All-Stars, making greatness since 2009.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Philip Ontario, and folks, we are in a new age of Call All-Stars as we are on the road to Call All-Stars 18, and we are kicking things off with the former Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, J-Crack. Rumors have been swirling about what Jay is going to announce here tonight, and folks, there's been a lot of talk about what is going to happen tonight. The new Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, the controversial TJ Nicholson, is here. James Needham is here. John Blackos is here. Many people are here. We're going to hear from them tonight. But first, let's not waste any time. Let's hear from J-Crack.
Well then. I'm still getting used to that. People loving me, cheering on for me. I'm still getting used to that. I'm no longer called as champion, and that sucks. But you know, that's fine. That's how call is. That's how the business is. You can't always be on top. You really can't. And that's a fact. That's something that I am now realizing. You know, that I can't always be on top. I can't always be an apex predator. You know, I can't always be that guy. And while it was short, fuck, man, I'm proud of myself. I am fucking proud of myself of what I've accomplished in call. And yes, this speech does sound very familiar, and you are guessing the right thing. I'm retiring soon. After the next Call All-Stars, I'm done. Kaput, that's it, I'm done. I'm not gonna lie. Jokes aside, my body can't go anymore. I got a few fights left in me, and that's really about it, guys. That's really about it. And not only that, just physically, mentally, and spiritually, I'm not the same anymore. I'm really not. And it's taken a toll on me. It really has. Like, my family, it's taken a toll on me. Like, just the other night, I was tucking in my son. I was tucking him in, right? And, you know, I'm telling him good night, all that stuff. And he's looking at me, and he's crying. He's crying. And I hate it. I hate seeing my son cry. I really do. I don't want him to be in pain. And the entire time, he's just saying, "Who are you? Who are you? Why are you in my room? Mommy, mommy, mommy." He just kept saying that. And then my wife came in, burst into my son's room, just screaming. And I realized that this house that I built was being toxic. And I don't know why. She just kept screaming, "Who are you? Why are you in my house? Why are you in my son's room? Why are you here?" She just kept screaming. And I realized that the house that I built was becoming toxic, and I couldn't keep doing that. And then I realized, wait a minute, I don't have a family. And that's when I realized, oh, CTE, shit. But yeah, that's after the next Call All-Stars, that's it. I'm done. And I bet you're asking and wondering, well, J-Crack, how are you gonna wrap things up? And it's simple. I'm gonna end it the way I always do. Absolute chaos, absolute mayhem, absolute fucking violence. Absolute. Boys and girls of Call All-Stars, I am going to fuck things up in my last match at Call All-Stars. So to anyone in the back, to any of you fucking pussies who wants to go 1-on-1, 2-on-1, I don't give a shit. If you want to fucking fight at Call All-Stars, bitch, we're going to fucking fight.
Well, there you hear it. J-Crack has thrown down the challenge, and you gotta wonder who's gonna accept. And wait a minute! That's the big steal! Oh my god! Oh my god! Reaper's elbow there by Zaya Steele. Zaya Steele has laid out J-Crack. They were part of that Call All-Stars Hall match at Call All-Stars 17, and look who else is in the ring. That's Malik Brown. Oh my god, the Sovereign Death Machine are tearing apart J-Crack here at World Tour. And this, you gotta believe. You gotta believe Steele and Malik. They heard about this challenge, and they are inserting their names into this challenge. They want to be the ones to put Jay Crack's career to a rest. Put an end to the historic career of Jay, and they may be united in that effort. But hold on. This is the former Adrenaline champion. That's GMR. And GMR going after Malik Brown. Maybe Jay Crack has a friend after all. He's got Steele up. Steele able to get out of harm's way and getting the hell out of here. Thank goodness GMR was here to stop this. You gotta wonder, does GMR have his own intentions as well? Is he gonna insert himself into this challenge?
No. Stop the show right now. Cut the show right now. You're all focusing on me. There's no fancy here. Nothing fancy here. No entrances. No fat bitches. No French phenom. No nothing. Because I've been waiting for too damn long to say what I am about to say right now. TJ, you two-faced, motherfucking, backstabbing son of a cowboy bitch ass. You do all those things at CAS 17. Not only in our tag team title match. I was okay with it, you know what? I was like, okay, fine, whatever. TJ's a little bit acting up, you know. Then we go into the Rumble and then you pull all of that shit. You put all of that shit. And again, you do acts that make you very questionable. And then the main event, obviously, we all know what happened. We all know what happened to Needham. And what you pull, using your power just to get that damn title. As if you needed to do the same for the AWF title. As if you needed to do the same for the CAS Stars Tag Team titles. As if you needed to do the same for the AWF Hardcore Extreme Championship. As if you needed to do the same for every single other championship you have won in your career. Yet you do it for the CAS Stars title because you know that you have the advantage of having power around here. You know, Sean Walsh, as much of a egotistical bastard he was, he never pulled that type of shit. So now you want to align yourself with your brother Eddie. You want to align yourself. You want to align yourself with Ace. And you want to align yourself with Al. You're aligning yourself with Al. You know what? Fair enough. Because here's the simple fact of the matter. Every single person in that CAS Stars Rumble deserved that title more than you did. Every single person inside that 6-man Hell in a Cell deserved that CAS Stars title more than you did. And guess what? I'll even go that far. Brian Stone deserved that CAS Stars title more than you did. You almost make me wish that at Glory Days I suddenly did a 180. You know, that's the point where we're at right now. But you know what? Here's the fact of the matter is this. You know, I don't care what the board says. I don't care what the people in power say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your group says. One way or another, whether it is me or anybody else, TJ, I will make sure that CAS Stars World Championship is taken off of your filthy, fat bitch fucking hands. And that is a goddamn guarantee.
Folks, welcome back to what has been an explosive start to a World Tour here tonight. Jay Crack throwing down the challenge for his final match, asking for anyone. And then from what I'm being told, we know at least 3 of those individuals. We know GMR, Zaya Steele, and Malik Brown will take part in that match. Apparently it's going to be a ladder match. But they may not be the only individuals. We may see more people answer the challenge. More on that coming up hopefully later on tonight. Also, we heard from John Blackos, former Call All-Stars champion, former one-half of the Call All-Stars World Tag Team Champions, alongside his partner, now former partner, TJ Nicholson. A lot of people have been focusing on what happened at the end of Call All-Stars 17, but we also saw TJ Nicholson betray John Blackos, and that is why they're not the World Tag Team Champions tonight. That is why these two right here, War Thunder, are the Call All-Stars World Tag Team Champions. Kyle Young and Tommy Fenn making their way down to the ring. Nicholson and Blackos, they had a difference of strategy. Nicholson, he wanted to go about it in a very corrupt way. John Blackos wasn't interested in that. That led to their downfall. Obviously, we know what TJ Nicholson went on to do. He is now the Call All-Stars World Champion thanks to inserting himself in that Royal Rumble match, winning the Royal Rumble, and cashing in after James Needham won the championship. James Needham, by the way, folks, is also here tonight. And from my understanding, we are going to hear from him as well. We're also going to hear from the Call All-Stars Adrenaline Champion Connor Green, who had a little bit of controversy himself. Got an assist from Damian Valentine to retain the Call All-Stars Adrenaline title over the Savage Jamal Bedlam. More on that, folks, later on tonight. But right now, we are kicking things off with our Call All-Stars World Tag Team Championship bout. War Thunder are defending those titles for the very first time against My Chemical Killjoys. New tag team on the horizon, of course known for their singles contributions. Starting things off here with Kyle Young and Nucci. Nucci, we actually saw compete in the Call All-Stars Royal Rumble a few months ago. Had an impressive showing. That night walked out with a kendo stick. Tonight looking to walk out one half of the Call All-Star Tag Team Champions. And folks, if the Killjoys are able to do it, they will make history tonight. Not just new champions, but will be the very first intergender All-Stars World Tag Team Champions. A lot is happening, folks. A lot is happening. And now look at this. Oh, we could be lights out here. About to see new champions crowned. Nucci now is in trouble. Kyle Young drops him. Folks, if you missed Call All-Star 17, you missed a hell of a night. You missed a historic night. And I don't even know if that's for good reason, folks. We knew we were in a new age here at Call All-Stars. We knew we were going to be under new leadership. Corruption is a hell of a bitch, folks. Corruption will make you do crazy things, and it has made TJ Nicholson do some crazy things already. I mentioned earlier how he won the Call All-Stars Royal Rumble, inserting himself in that matchup after losing tag team titles, and then walked out after that Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, cashed in on James Needham, and stole the Call All-Stars Championship. This is as far as I see it. He stole the championship. And I know the Call All-Stars board has been in disarray since then. TJ Nicholson is going to be here tonight to address everything that took place. Right here, right now, Demi Blake in the ring. The Call All-Stars debut here tonight. Oh my God, bicycle pick there by Kyle Young. There to Demi. Our big announcements here tonight. Obviously, we know who we're going to hear from. We're going to hear from TJ Nicholson. We're going to hear from James Needham. We're going to hear from the Crash Poet, Alex James, here tonight. We're also going to find out the inductees for the Call All-Stars Hall of Fame class of 2026. You don't want to miss that one. We're going to find out what the Call All-Stars Women's Championship match is going to be at Call All-Stars 18. Into the midsection there by Nucci. And now look at this. What is an overdrive? Killjoys could find their way to the Call All-Star Tag Team titles here tonight. Kyle Young's going to put a stop to that. Those unfamiliar, My Chemical Killjoys making a name for themselves over in DWA Pro. Singles now in tag team competition. There's the tag. In comes the answer. Tommy Fenn. This is not a first time here between Tommy Fenn and Nucci. They had a hellacious battle last year in DWA. Actually won the match of the year. They're just picking up where they left off, folks. Now, what is this? What the hell? Oh my goodness. Powerbomb, elbow drop from the top, combination. And back into their corner. The back suplex by Tommy Fenn. Tommy Fenn, a little bit of a different look from last time we saw him, sporting the blonde look here tonight. New look, new attitude. Will be effective in his pursuit to walk out here tonight. Still one half of the Call All-Star Tag Team Champions. We'll have to see. Nucci is in trouble. Don't know what the answer has in mind here. Got a submission hold locked in. Nucci able to get out of harm's way. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the cover after that pump handle powerbomb combination. Kyle Young, he sends trouble. Got back in the ring, broke up the pin. And for now, War Thunder's title reign is protected, but it could be in danger. Now here is the tag. Blake could try and put a stop to Tommy Fenn and War Thunder's title run. This is their first title defense, folks. And there's that springboard kick to the face, and that could do it. There, the challengers could be on their way to winning the titles here tonight. Folks, I'm being told that once we reach the conclusion of this matchup, we're going to hear from a former CAW All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, James Needham. He held that title for a mere minutes, and he is frustrated about it. Apparently, he's got a big rant prepared. You don't want to miss it. He's been sitting on this one for months, folks. We're going to hear from James Needham once we come to a close in this matchup. And I think, folks, we're going to hear from the CAW All-Stars Adrenaline Champion, Connor Green. Before we go off the air tonight, we're going to hear from the CAW All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, TJ Nicholson. And look at this, Blake from the top, in for the 450, but misses. There is the tag. Demi could be in trouble. Brainbuster with that assisted kick. I thought Kyle was going to go for the cover, but instead, looking for an attitude adjustment, and that should do it. And that's 3. The champs retain. Hard-fought match here tonight. War Thunder are still the CAW All-Stars World Tag Team Champions. Appears they're going to be going to CAW All-Stars 18 with those titles, and you got to wonder who they will be defending those championships against. Speaking of champions, let's go to the former champion, James Needham, who's got a lot on his mind.
It's always nice when you arrive to a place where you're not welcome. Because here's the truth. I love CAW All-Stars. I love Virtual Wrestling United. I love CAW Wrestling. From being a fan to now being one of the top guys in the business. And the truth is, CAW All-Stars 17 was the apex of my career. Was the night when I had reached the highest point of my career. A night where I paid in full a debt to Satan's structure, which took 8 months of my career. Yeah, a night of triumph turned into a night of, well, you can say it was a tragedy. But I'd like to say it was a night of turmoil. A night of turmoil where power clearly corrupts. Now, I'm here at the CAW All-Stars World Tour. I'm on your screens, I'm talking to you, the people, talking to the fans who are listening to this. Because I still have connections. And no, I know I'm not welcome. Because I know the Horseman Squad is here in the building. That, of course, being Eddie, the fake New Yorker, Al Cabrera, Ace, and then the owner of this place. The brand new CAW All-Stars World Champion, the man who couldn't even give me a fair fight. You see, TJ, you land on a list of you and one other guy who have won world titles without even fighting me for. But unlike the one other guy who is on that list, and I'll just name him because I don't want to speak in fucking, riddles and mysteries, that guy being Zack Stone, at least I respect him. Let's remember something, TJ. The first time me and you came into an interaction here at Car All Stars, I was the guy because at the time I was beefing with Malik and Sahaya that came and picked your ass up when they were kicking the shit out of you as the Suffering Death Machine. I'm a guy who supported you. I'm a guy who I thought we were friends. But I'm a guy you know fucking better to fuck with. That I thought you would have learned. Because I'm not the guy you fucking screw. Now here's the deal. I know John's just as fucking angry with you. But the one difference between me and John, and trust me, John, all the respect in the world to you, you know you're always welcome at WWE shows. I love you like a brother. The one difference between me and John is, TJ, I'm a guy who will just keep coming. When you pulled that shit at Car All Star 17, you opened up a floodgate which you can't control. And I know your Horseman squad are here tonight. You, your goons, your Rhea. And yet here I am backstage. And no, I'm not going to go out to the ring yet. Unless you're going out there because you have something that is mine. But I know if I go out there, I'll get jumped by your Horseman Goon Squad. But fuck it, odds haven't stopped me before. So I'll tell you what, gentlemen. Hunt the Hunter. I'm going after all you. You guys are going after me. Game of cat and mouse. Hide and seek. This is going to end in blood. And this is going to end in violence. So, gents, let the games begin. And TJ, I will see you real fucking soon to get back what is rightfully mine. That being the Core All-Stars World Championship.
Former Call All-Stars World Champion James Needham is not going down without a fight. He is here tonight, and he has a target on TJ Nicholson and all of his goons. And speaking of goons, we got a goon right behind the Adrenaline Champion Connor Green. That being the show, Damian Valentine. And now is not the time for gooning, folks. Back at Call All-Stars 17, we saw Connor Green put that Call All-Stars Adrenaline Championship on the line against a savage Jamal Bedlam, who was hell-bent on walking out as the Adrenaline Champion. It means a lot to Jamal Bedlam for what that championship means. But thanks to the man who's walking behind Connor Green, Damian Valentine, at one time a friend of Jamal Bedlam, at one time a tag team champion with Jamal Bedlam, got involved and he cost Jamal Bedlam that matchup. And because of that, Connor Green stands here today, still the Adrenaline Champion. And a lot of people have been wondering why. Why? Hopefully tonight, folks, we're going to get an answer to that. We're going to hear from the Adrenaline Champion himself, Connor Green. His attitude of Connor Green is sickening, folks. It's sickening. It was already sickening enough that he's from Ohio, and this attitude just takes the cake. But let's hear from Connor Green.
A lot of buzz has been made apparent within the Call All-Star circle regarding Damian Valentine aligning himself with me. And let me make one thing clear. My friend Damian doesn't owe you people a damn thing. He doesn't owe you an explanation for why he did what he did to Jabal Bedlam at Call All-Star 17. But I'll give you a vague idea of why he did it. Damian Valentine is a prime talent. We both came up at the same time together. And of course, the past few years, he's been stagnant. Reduced to only appearances in the Call All-Stars Rumble, when he is so much more than that. It was only a few years ago that he pinned me in that fatal four-way match at Call All-Stars 14, submitting his rise to stardom. But each and every single one of you relegated him to an irrelevant superstar. Nobody worth your time. And that is a mistake. As let's face it, all the faces you've come to know and love are gone. That bum AJ Young, he's out the door. Sean Walsh and his crippled neck, well, he's only sitting on one leg. Ben Hitman, Sean O'Connor, all the greats before us, you are all still hyper fixated on. When me and Damian Valentine are the greats of the present. We are the revolutionists of Call All-Stars. And we will not be ignored any fucking longer. When and if Damian decides to speak to all you ungrateful fans, is up to him to let you know what he thinks and feels, to let you know where he sees himself. But for now, I'm in the driver's seat, and I'm here to tell you all that this road to Call All-Stars 18 is about to be something you've never seen before. With me and the whole effing show. You see, Damian and I aren't just two. We are one. We are the full elite package. And our reign of stardom, our grip hold on the Adrenaline Call All-Stars division begins now. And you know what? I'm feeling very generous tonight. I will put my championship on the line against the first sorry-ass son of a bitch who walks through that curtain. So come on, if you got the balls to take on Connor Green, then come out here. But just know, before you do, I'm levels above you.
Wow, an open challenge for the Call All-Stars Adrenaline Championship. Who's going to answer the challenge? Appears we're not going to hear from Damian Valentine, at least not yet, for why he did what he did to Jamal Bedlam. But this is not Jamal Bedlam's music, so a new challenger has arrived, and it's Dalton Ross. We saw Dalton Ross compete back at Call All-Stars 17. He was part of that Fatal 4-Way matchup. That also featured Damian Valentine. Dalton Ross answering the challenge. You never know who's going to be here. You never know what's going to happen here at Call All-Stars. Connor Green putting the Adrenaline Championship on the line tonight. Huge opportunity here for Dalton Ross. Could Dalton Ross walk out of here tonight, the new Call All-Stars Adrenaline Champion? To do so, he's got to beat Connor Green. Connor Green, who is very frustrated. He's very frustrated that, you know, the folks who want some of the names of the past to still be here, to be on top, and he wants to force his way into being at the top of the industry. And apparently that is a message that Damian Valentine also agrees with. And look, Connor is the Adrenaline champion. He certainly has his place at the top of the industry right now. But he could lose that place if he loses that championship tonight. And Connor now, look at this side headlock here. He's got Ross in a tough position. Damian Valentine on the outside, watching on. Ross is in a tough one here. Connor's got him locked in, wrist lock locked in. But Ross now, look at this. Snap mirror into the chin lock, locked in. Connor Green may be forced to tap out here, and if he does, we'll have a new champion. Damian Valentine, he's watching closely. And you got to wonder if he'll try and get involved in this one. We know he's no stranger to doing so. We saw it happen at Call All-Stars 17. Connor now with the swinging neck breaker. Knife edge chops in the corner by the champion. Folks, Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion TJ Nicholson is in the building. He's going to be out here sometime after the conclusion of this matchup. He's got some answers. We have a lot of questions, so hopefully we'll get some answers to those questions when he comes on out here. Also, we're set to hear from the former Adrenaline champion Alex James, a man that Connor Green is no stranger to. Only a 1 count. Also, we're going to find out the first inductees to the Call All-Stars Hall of Fame class of 2026, so you don't want to miss that one, folks. Off the ropes with big drop kick. Dalton Ross with a big drop kick to Connor Green. Dalton was trying to follow Connor to the outside with a referee getting involved, trying to put a stop there, create some separation. Connor now back up to his feet. Gonna get, oh no, I thought, again, Connor gonna take his time here before he gets back in the ring. Oh, that's Damian Valentine. Damian's on the apron. And now he's distracted. Here comes Connor. And now Ross now on the floor. Connor Green following him. And then throws him into the barricade. And that's the assist there. That is the assist that you have with having Damian Valentine on the floor, watching your back. Getting involved. We know he's no stranger to doing so. Getting involved and now changing the direction of this matchup. Connor now into the cover. Is that enough? 2. Oh, only a 2. That was a close one, folks. That was a second away from being a 3. Dalton Ross still in this contest. And folks, this is why you got to stay ready at all times. You never know when an opportunity is going to come your way. Dalton Ross here tonight, among with several other people in the building. Didn't know that he was going to have this opportunity tonight, but he was dressed and ready to go in case an opportunity came calling. Snap bear there by the champion. What is this? What is Connor? Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was going to go to maybe for a boot. But here comes Dalton Ross. Here comes the challenger. Knees to the face. And now what is this? Oh my goodness, that final cut. This is similar to what we see from Damian Valentine. But only a 2 count there. Connor Green able to get the shoulder up. Dalton Ross going to follow up here. Elbows to the chest. Ross now on the top rope. What is he looking to do? He's fired up. He's getting this crowd on their feet. But what the hell? Sunset flip from the top. 2. Only a 2. Half a second away, folks, from seeing a new Adrenaline champion crowned here tonight. Wait a minute, hold on. Ross now, Damian Valentine back on the apron. Maybe he was looking for a spear. Oh, what the hell is this? Connor had hold of the referee. And I don't know what the hell Damian Valentine had. But he just clocked it, Dalton Ross in the face. And there's that running knee. Lights out for Dalton Ross. And look at this. The arm trap crossface is locked in. Dalton Ross having no choice but to tap out here, folks. Thanks again to the assist from the show, Damian Valentine. Connor Green picks up the victory and is still the Adrenaline champion. And Connor Green, he better hold on to that title tight. You got to believe there's going to be a lot of people stepping up to challenge for that title. Perhaps even the Savage Jamal Bedlam. But folks, we're going to send things to the former Adrenaline champion, Alex James. Let's hear from him now.
I lost. I think in my head it's been replaying over and over again that I lost. Being in the main event of Call All-Star 17, it was a dream. Ever since I started here, it's been my dream to main event Call All-Stars and win the World Heavyweight Championship. And I was so damn close. So close to winning, and I let it slip. But it's time. It's time for me to bounce back. It's time for me to get a hold of myself and show why I belong here. Why I belong in Call All-Stars. So I'm going to take this time. I'm going to take it and be ready. And think things over. Because at Call All-Stars 18, I am issuing an open challenge to any Call All-Stars legends for a match at Call All-Stars 18.
And folks, now is time to find out who will be joining the Call All-Stars Hall of Fame class of 2026. Oh, look at this, the former Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, the owner of FCWL, John Blackos, is going into the Call All-Stars Hall of Fame. Congratulations, John, and we're not done, folks. One half of the Sovereign Death Machine, the longest reigning Call All-Stars Tag Team Champions of all time, Zaya Steele, going into the Hall of Fame. And look at this, one of the baddest dudes in the business, Brian Stone, former AWF champion, going into the Hall of Fame. And speaking of former champions, former two-time Call All-Stars World Tag Team Champions, the East Coast Connection, Jamal Bedlam and Walter Scott, are going into the Hall of Fame. And it's only fitting, right before he has his final match, the former Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, J-Crack, goes into the Hall of Fame. And folks, throughout the night we've seen some updates about some of the matches that we will see at Call All-Stars 18. So let's take a look at what we know as of right now. Folks, we know that J-Crack is going to be having his final match. And it's going to be a ladder match, folks. The prize, a briefcase that gives you a pass to apparently some kind of special island, which was J-Crack's retirement destination, full of drugs, alcohol, hookers, porn stars, and a free month of Netflix. We know J-Crack will be there. We know Malik Brown and Zaya Steele, they will be there. And also GMR. Also, we now know that the show Damian Valentine has also answered this challenge, but there's one individual who remains, who will enter this 6-man ladder match. It's a hell of a prize. A lot there. Also, now we know, folks, Heather Ray will be defending the Call All-Stars Women's World Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. Back at the first Call All-Stars, that's how the Men's World Championship was decided. And now, we will see for the second time ever the Call All-Stars Women's Championship decided inside the Elimination Chamber. Who will answer that? Who will join that matchup? We'll have to wait for more updates on that situation. And also, folks, we just heard from Alex James. He said he's going to be throwing down a challenge to some Call All-Stars legend. Who that legend is, I don't know. But we know Alex James will be competing on that night. And folks, we know all that and more. We know the Call All-Stars World Tag Team titles will be on the line. We know the Call All-Stars World title will be on the line. And now we know the Call All-Stars Adrenaline Championship will be on the line. Connor Green defends his title against the man that he robbed of his dream last year, the Savage, Jamal Bedlam. And folks, I cannot wait for that one. We still have a lot left to announce. Apparently we're going to clear things up by the time of our next World Tour event, World Tour 13, so you don't want to miss it. But folks, now it's time. We await the arrival of the Call All-Stars champion. Comes, and he is not alone. TJ Nicholson, joined by his brother, Eddie Nicholson. Joined by Ace, and joined by his longtime friend, the Miracle, Al Cabrera. These 4 men shocked the world. They frustrated the world when they got involved at the conclusion of Call All-Stars 17. The Call All-Stars title was decided inside a 6-man Hell in a Cell match that was won by the new champion, James Needham. But then these men showed up, and they attacked Needham. That led for TJ Nicholson to cash in his Royal Rumble win opportunity for a Call All-Stars title match, and now he is the Call All-Stars champion, while he's also the lead man in charge of Call All-Stars. We want some answers. Let's hope we get some answers.
It's a funny thing about power. People like to pretend it changes a man, that it somehow sneaks up on him, blinds him, corrupts him. That ain't what happened. At Call All-Stars 17, I didn't lose control. I didn't snap. I didn't get carried away. I did exactly what I meant to do. I laid James Needham out. I signed my own title match. I put myself on the road to the Call All-Stars Championship because I could. And every single one of you bought it. Every single one. Every cheer, every handshake, every word about honor and legacy. You wanted a hero. So I wore the hat. Truth is, that whole time, I was just measuring rope. Now, usually this is the part where a man says he doesn't owe anyone an explanation. But I do. I admit, I do. Not because I'm sorry. Not because I feel guilty. No, because I want you to understand exactly why this happened. James Needham, right place, wrong time. I don't have an issue with the man, so I'll make this simple. James, stay out of my way and you get to walk out of this business on your own terms. Step in front of me again and I'll make sure you don't walk out at all. Because I learned something years ago. I won the Rumble, I earned my shot, one-on-one, for the title at CAS All Stars, fair and square. And then John Blackhouse inserts himself into the match. Did the fans boo him? No, they cheered. Because of course they did. When someone else bends the rules, you call it destiny. When I do it, I'm the villain. Sure, whatever you say. AJ Young did the exact same thing 10 years ago. Picked his moment, took his opportunity, and you call him a legend. I do it, and suddenly I'm a fraud. You don't want justice. You want a story. And speaking of sympathy, I hear a lot of tears for Brian Stone. What happened to him was tragic. I won't argue that. But I remember the AWF, the politics, the chaos, the damage he did to everyone around him just to climb higher. You want to forget that? That's your choice. But don't ask me to feel sorry for a man who built his career stepping over corpses. Now let's talk about the men standing with me. You don't call us a faction. You call us a brother. Good. You should. Because every man here has been overlooked, underappreciated, or flat out disrespected. Al Cabrera. For years the fans never gave him the respect he earned. But I always had his back. And now, he's got mine. And after what he did at All-Star 17, well, Al earned himself a title opportunity. So at CAS All-Stars 18, Al Cabrera will be competing for the Tag Team Championships with Eddie Nicholson, my baby brother. The only man I know for a fact will one day surpass me. And if that bothers you, get used to it. Because greatness runs in this blood. Like Ace, my flesh and blood, my cousin, a veteran who's given 20 years to this business and got nothing but being overlooked in return. 20 years of being underappreciated. Now, it's going to make you pay for every single year. This, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't corruption. This is correction. Because the truth is, the fans never respected us. Not really. You cheered when we fit your story. You turned the moment we stopped playing along. So here's the reality. If respect isn't given, it gets taken. At CAS All-Stars 18, in my hometown of Denver, this isn't just another main event. This is the curtain call. The night CAS All-Stars ends the way it was always meant to end. With the greatest of all time standing on top. Now I know what happens next. Some poor cowboy's gonna ride in thinking he's the one. The man who saves the company. The man who stops TJ Nicholson. He'll talk about heart, about honor, about doing it for the fans, about doing the right thing. Then he'll find himself where all heroes end up. Where everybody else has always ended up. On the gallows. Staring down the barrel. On the wrong end of let heaven. There's a saying in the West. Out here, a man only lives as long as the fastest gun decides he does. And I've already decided.
TJ Nicholson delivers his message. And now the time for talk has come to a close, folks. That is the music of the pirate himself. Smoke is filling in the building. TJ and his goons, they're ready to go. They're ready. This could be a 4-on-1 bout, folks. But he doesn't give a damn. Here comes James Needham. It's like the entrance music says, we don't have to take this. James Needham, he is gonna fight back. TJ Nicholson gave Needham a choice. He said he could walk away, but he's not gonna let that. Wait, what the hell? That's Brian Stone. Brian Stone. He's going after the man who attacked him at Call All-Stars, who cost him the Royal Rumble. And there's John Blackos. John Blackos is going after Al Cabrera. And here comes Eddie Nicholson, but Needham takes him down. It appears Needham is not going at this by himself. And there's the FBC to the Miracle, Al Cabrera. And what is this? Punk kick to the head by Brian Stone. And now it looks like it is one-on-one. TJ has no more backup, no one to help him. Springboard clothesline. Needham has been waiting for this night. He's been waiting for this since December. Hurricane Rana to TJ. Now he's punching the hell out of TJ Nicholson. Needham said he was going to go after him. John said he was going to go after him. And look at this. TJ is running the hell out of here. TJ is running out of here like a bitch. And look at Needham. He said, let's go. Wait a minute. What the hell? That is the music of the Scorpion. The man who used to run this place. That's the music of Sean Walsh. Is he here? TJ Nicholson, you've made a lot of enemies lately. I can't fault you for what you've done or what you plan to do, because once upon a time, I tried to do something very similar, but I failed. And ultimately, TJ, I believe you too will fail. You've made a lot of decisions I can't stop. I believe one day you will learn, just as I did, that sometimes you live to regret those decisions. Now what I can do is I can spread the word from the Call All-Stars Board of Directors. So you know we've been working long and hard to determine the challenger for your Call All-Stars Championship at Call All-Stars 18. And earlier on tonight, we came to a final decision. At Call All-Stars 17, you screwed over 3 men with championship pursuits. And those 3 men are going to have an opportunity to fight to win the right to kick your ass at Call All-Stars 18. At our next World Tour event, we are going to see the man you screwed over from competing in the Royal Rumble, Brian Stone, will face your former tag team partner, former Call All-Stars champion, John Blackos. And the man you stole the Call All-Stars championship from, James Needham, in a triple threat match. And the winner of that will face you, TJ, for the Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship at Call All-Stars 18. And whoever stands tall at the end of that night may very well be the final Call All Stars World Heavyweight Champion.